The 90-Day Fiancé franchise has its fair share of romances and fairy tale endings, but it also comes with a cast that is peppered with the most scandalous individuals. 90-Day Fiancé has been on air for over a decade now. It has also churned out more than 20 spin-offs so far, and the number of cast members in these has been in the hundreds, with each having a more interesting storyline than the other. However, the show also faces backlash most of the time for its controversial casting decisions. Whenever a new show or a new season of a spin-off is announced, the network also releases a list of cast members, and it's then that most fans start complaining about the people they will see on their screens for the next 3 to 4 months. While some of these so-called stars of 90-Day Fiancé already have sketchy pasts, most of these cast members on the list have gotten into trouble after the show has been filmed. The timing just wasn't right for them, or perhaps it was bad luck. However, it can't be denied that evil is always lurking, and no one suddenly becomes a 90-Day Fiancé villain. Ben lusting after a woman who was his daughter's age was enough of a red flag for the man to be called controversial. Ben tried to justify his attraction to Mahogany by claiming they had bonded over faith. Mahogany herself was skeptical of meeting Ben, and kept ghosting him, and refusing to even show herself to him on camera. Yet, Ben found himself in Peru, and kept trying to meet her. He even felt insulted when Mahogany referred to him as her friend in front of her friends, who were 22-year-olds like her. However, if this was how creepy Ben looked on camera, his off-camera adventures are something fans will never forget. Ben was arrested while his show was on air for violating parole for an OWAI that happened after he was drugged by a homeless couple at Red Roof Inn. Ben was fired from his job at the Michigan Lupus Foundation, but in 2024, it was revealed that he was arrested and charged with embezzlement of $1,000 and minus $20,000, and from the same organization. He was accused of stealing from them, and also of not paying child support just months after marrying Mahogany. Jasmine first showed her scandalous side on TV when she blasted Gino for sending her nude pictures to spite an ex-girlfriend. Jasmine later claimed to have lost her job because his ex-girlfriend somehow contacted her employer and sent them these pictures. However, during his introduction on 90-Day Fiancé, before the 90 Days Season 5 itself, Gino revealed that Jasmine was not working during the first 9 months they were talking online. Since then, Jasmine has been caught in many a lie. Her most recent one is Jasmine claiming she's still together with Gino. Jasmine and Gino got married in June 2023, and by November 2023, Jasmine had already allegedly cheated on him. Jasmine met a man named Matt Brannies at her gym, and when Gino found out what happened, he kicked her out in December 2023. Jasmine has been living with Matt for almost a year, and still, she lies to her fans that she doesn't have a boyfriend. Jasmine still has a few more spin-offs coming her way after 90-Day, the last resort, and it's certain that her scandalous ways will never change. Mike from 90-Day Fiancé Season 1 did rub some fans the wrong way back in 2014, when his whole storyline was getting the young Isha-looking Aziza to sleep with him when she wasn't ready for it. Mike and Aziza took a break from reality TV since they tied the knot in the finale. The couple were back in the news when they welcomed a new baby girl in January 2019. However, in 2023, Mike made headlines for the wrong reasons. A disturbing side of Mike was revealed to the world. Mike was charged with possessing child content, Jeffrey being sentenced to 18 years in prison without the possibility of parole, says a lot about the man who had signed up to be on reality TV while hiding a spine-chilling secret. Jeffrey had prior convictions of possession with intent to sell a controlled substance, as well as 2 federal drug trafficking charges, but he had also assaulted his ex before, Varia Molina. In 2019, Jeffrey's ex told the police that he had grabbed her by the neck and slammed her head against the wall several times. She was also thrown to the ground and dragged via people. Paschal took the victim's cell phone and did not allow her to leave the residence. The victim was able to flee to a neighbor's house once Jeffrey had fallen asleep. Officers noted a large bruise on the victim's forehead, as well as bruises and abrasions on her arms and back, as well as on the inside of her lip. She was also diagnosed with a concussion. Jeffrey and Varia have not been a part of the franchise since 90 Day Fiancé, before the 90 Days Season 4. Varia, who came to the U.S. by winning a lottery, is still dating him. Larissa had been arrested thrice while she was married to Colt Johnson on the show for domestic battery against him. 90 Day Fiancé's Larissa soon developed an interest in getting her body modified to an outrageous extent. Larissa first spent over $72,000 on various procedures. Unfortunately for Larissa, she was asked to leave the franchise when she performed a naughty show on an adult webcam site. Larissa was immediately taken into custody by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. There was a possibility that Larissa would be deported, however. It was a misunderstanding, and Larissa has continued living in the U.S. and continued getting more procedures to make herself look like a blow-up doll, deliberately. Larissa did swear off plastic surgery in 2022 when her belly button was removed during a tummy tuck procedure. Larissa, who had been at loggerheads with Colt's mother Debbie Johnson on the show, is best friends with her now. Larissa recently hinted at her getting married to a man named Zaki, but later claimed it was just a photo shoot at a Vegas chapel, even though he is a newcomer, Lauren from before the 90 Days Season 7. Lauren started his journey in the franchise by revealing he had kept several secrets from his ladyboy girlfriend, Faith Tudock. Faith did not know that Lauren was broke and homeless and was sleeping with other people behind her back because he didn't believe in monogamy. Lauren dropped the bigger bombshell on Faith after he went to the Philippines. He told Faith he had gonorrhea, but only after she wished to be intimate with him. Lauren had expressed an interest in settling down in the Philippines. Lauren came up with the plan to marry Faith's mother and live in the Philippines. While his on-screen behavior is shady, his off-screen antics are far worse. Lauren has been banned from a 90-day Fiancé subreddit for making insensitive remarks aimed at men and women, white people, his ex-wife, and America. Lauren had not mentioned it on the show, but he is a father to 2 kids and has seemingly been avoiding paying child support. It is being discussed how this would be why Lauren is fleeing to the Philippines. Molly loves to make heads turn with her weight loss makeovers in before and after photos. However, Molly is more often in the headlines for her nasty behavior. Molly has been involved in numerous feuds and scandals. She's even distanced herself from her best friend and boyfriend due to her problematic nature. Molly is rumored to be dating a married man who's been dubbed the prison kingpin, who seems to have a criminal record. Molly is into a bad boy now, but her last relationship with a police officer was even more scandalous. Kelly has been accused of getting into a physical altercation with Molly's daughter, Olivia Hopkins. Interestingly, Molly once called the cops on Olivia herself and had a hard time getting along with her. Meanwhile, fans may have noticed how Molly and her best friend and business partner, Cynthia Decker, no longer appear on Pillow Talk. It's because Molly alleged Cynthia ripped her off by taking cash from their co-owned Livy Ray lingerie business, like most other cast members on this list. Paul also has a mysterious past. He was found guilty of felony arson in 2014. Paul and Karine are rumored to have been shown the door by the franchise due to their frequent off-camera drama, which was more intense than their show's storyline. Paul has been engaged in a custody battle over his 2 sons after they were placed into foster care, because neither Paul nor Karine were deemed to be fit after a leaked video showed Karine being allegedly abusive towards Paul in front of a child. Meanwhile, Paul went to Brazil, where he sparked romance rumors with a 17-year-old girl. He later claimed the woman was 18, not 17. But the most disturbing scandal by Paul after the show was him being reported missing after he got lost in a jungle in Brazil. Nothing had happened to Paul, and he never passed away as Karine implied through her Instagram updates. He had done the same thing previously when he went missing with one of his sons for a week before safely returning home to Kentucky. Angela calls herself the queen of reality TV, but in reality, she's the queen of controversies. Angela thinks she's famous for being an entertainment package. However, she's often in the news for her mistreatment of her Nigerian husband, Michael, who eventually escaped the toxic relationship by running away from her home once he got his spousal visa. Michael pulled a number on Angela, and she now wants Michael to be deported. Angela's list of controversies doesn't just involve Michael. She's also lost 100 pounds from undergoing 5 surgeries in a day. Angela, who accused Michael of cheating on her all the time, shamelessly flirted with any man who she came across on the show. She's even been spotted flirting with younger cast members like Razvan Siakoi. Meanwhile, Angela's family is just as scandalous as she is. Angela has appeared in multiple episodes of Maury with her daughter Scotty Deem. While Angela has a couple of DUIs to her name, Scotty was sentenced to 20 years in prison after pleading guilty to multiple counts of child molestation. She spent 15 months behind bars and is seemingly still living with Angela. Angela has very few friends in the franchise, but somehow they are all troublemakers like she is. Angela has been getting support from very few people since she started accusing Michael of frauding her to come to the US. However, one cast member who feels cheated by her partner just like Angela is Lisa, aka Baby Girl. Lisa had sparked a romance with Nigerian musician Usman Sojaboy Umer and married him on 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 Days Season 4. Lisa soon started complaining that Sojaboy had used her to be on a TV show to promote his music. Lisa even claimed that Usman was a cheater. Meanwhile, Usman alleged that he had only agreed to marry Lisa because she threatened suicide if they broke up. Then came the even more shocking news that Lisa had allegedly used the N-word on the 90 Day Fiancé spin-off's Tell All, which led to her getting fired. No statement was released by the show, and Lisa never mentioned anything about it, even though, to date, she keeps going after Usman on social media.